Welcome to Charts Today. My name is David Linton, and today's edition for Tuesday the 22nd of November comes to you from Kampala in Uganda. I'm here doing some charity work this week, so with challenging internet I'm going to try and record this Charts Today. Just taking a quick look at things that are going on. Dollar index back above 101. That's just showing that strength. We do now have a little downside target here, but that's not yet activated. So the dollar strength is still showing through as we're seeing on these charts. This data all coming to you from Thomson Reuters Icon. So we see here on the euro just holding this 106 level at the moment. We do have a downside target of 104 in the short term and quite a few medium downside targets here as well. There is a new target of 108, but that's not yet activated, so we'd still favour the downside. So at the moment, just waiting for the next move. Probably as much about dollar strength as anything, so just keep an eye on that dollar chart. If you look at sterling, sterling did have a recovery yesterday to 125, but it's pulling back again now. But we are in positive territory above the cloud in the short term, so sterling just showing a little bit of respite. And a new upside target to 134.88, which is 8.6% upside, but we'd need to move above this 126.50 level to activate that upside target. So until that happens, it's too early to say. And of course, the medium and long-term pictures are still pretty bearish. If we take a look at Japanese yen, the yen is a great proxy for just seeing the dollar strength. Yen is very much considered a safe haven, and dollar is continuing to go up against the yen. So this dollar-yen chart just continuing to go up, bullish on all fronts here. And we do have these short-term upside targets of as much as 1% and 3%. So we are just still seeing that dollar strength showing through. And if we take a look at sterling against the euro, we're seeing here this sterling strength just showing through again as well. So euro weakness, sterling strength here. So the euro is now the currency that is seeing the sell-off. Take a look at the S&P 500 index. This closed above 2190 last night, so that's good news for the market. This level is quite a strong resistance level, and we're just now breaking through that level that we saw in August, July, August, September. We really struggled to get above this level. 2200 would make it more convincing, and that's what we need to see. We've got this upside target of 2222 and quite a lot of medium-term upside targets. So the market is looking set to run. NASDAQ also had a better day yesterday, and we're just seeing now that is also just coming above the cloud, and we're bullish on all time frames and breaking this level that we saw a couple of weeks ago. So the NASDAQ now running too. The Russell has been the real story of late, small cap US stocks, and that also continues with a move last night, just showing us moving gradually as higher as we go here. We're seeing that showing through in the days. We are just edging higher all the time. No real short-term targets to speak of, but that's what we're expecting. We're seeing the futures markets just up a little bit today as well. If we look at the FTSE 100, quite a strong showing here, up nearly 1%. And not quite above the cloud yet on the 60-minute chart, but new upside targets here as well. So about 0.5% and then 2% respectively. So we are seeing upward moves now on the FTSE as well. So just needs to get through this cloud to be a little bit more convincing. And if we look at the DAX, much the same picture. We're through now on all these charts, just getting through on the weekly. This is the long-term transition that we need to see. But upside potential now of 1.4 and 8% on the short-term chart. DAX is starting to look pretty positive. Asian markets had a fairly good night again overnight. Nikkei was up just under 1/3%, and we've got this really strong target here off the Trump election of 13% upside to play for. So Nikkei is just steadily moving higher. Not bullish long-term yet, but the short-term and medium-term charts are showing that. And if we look at China, we saw the Shanghai Composite index was up and looking strong again in the short and medium term. And the Hang Seng, which has had some bearish downside targets, did actually move up 1.4% last night, giving us new upside targets here on this chart. We're seeing that kicking through as well. Back to bullish in the short term as well. So that is starting to show quite good signs. Taking a look at Brent, big news here expected in terms of what OPEC will do, and we're seeing here the Brent chart is bullish in the short term. 57.41 is now the new upside target, but we do have some downside. So a lot of volatility creeping in here. Quite hard to call Brent at the moment. If we take a look at Nat Gas, we see that this has fallen away, but we're still in the high 200s. Just can't get above this $3 level. 294 is where we're at the moment. New downside target, but not yet activated. Keep an eye on the 1 minute chart there. If we take a look at gold is really just struggling in the low 1200s. Can't quite break into this new bullish phase. We do have a small upside target here, but really nothing exciting to write home about. If we take a look at the US Treasury 10-year note, still sitting at this 2.3 level, been as high as 2.35, really jumped after the election, seems to just be standing still at the moment. We do have some downside targets suggesting a pullback into the high 120s, so just keep an eye on that. Tech stocks had a better night of it yesterday. We saw Amazon up 1.7%, and the chart here just starting to look a little bit better as we go through. Bullish on the 60-minute, bullish on the daily, and bullish on the weekly. So starting to get a little bit better there. No short-term upside targets to play for. And Facebook really came back after quite big moves to the downside, and we've seen here as well quite big percentage moves back into bullish territory on the short-term chart, and the daily chart's still not looking great, but the long-term upside targets are still in place. So a pretty of a mixed picture, but recovering short-term. That's it for today. Until tomorrow in Kampala. Speak to you then. Happy charting. Bye for now.